gentlemen. So some of you, are you familiar with our First Friday interviews and why we do it and who we do? Okay, so the reason why we do our First Friday interviews is because we want to make sure that the community has a complete different view of an individual who does public service. Sometimes they're like wallpaper, just do your job. Just do your job. But these are real people. They have families, they go through emotions, and so we want to make sure that you understand that these are full people, full human beings, and what they have to go through to do what they do on a regular basis. So we've had firefighters, we had a lines worker, individual who repaired the power lines. We've had who else? We had a food safety individual. So again, we don't think about it, but imagine if they were not there. Imagine if they did not do what they did. Imagine if they weren't as good as they are. How our situation would be. So we have today joining us is a gentleman who is from the Detroit Police Department. I want to make sure I read it correctly. He is Officer Garnette Steen of the DPD Mounted Unit. Y'all give it up.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Being here. You Detroiter too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Detroiter. Mike's yours there.
All right.
So, is it on?
Is it on?
Yeah.
All right.
So DPD Mounted Unit. So we have, some of you may or may not know, but DPD was like on the forefront of mounted units, of police mounted units in the country. I think it was
1893.
1893, yeah, go to the expert. 1893, and unfortunately in 2009, and some of you may have recalled this, when the city of Detroit was closing precincts and sold golf courses, or golf course, we also ended up closing the mounted unit. It didn't make sense, didn't have coverage. So in 2000, was that 14?
I think it's 14. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, 2014, see, because Daniela did some
when they
research.
reopened.
Yeah, we're going to make sure we get it right, because she did a lot of information here. That's what
Thank you, Daniela.
So Daniela, what year was that?
I believe it was 2014.
2014, we brought back the mounted unit. And so we didn't have any horses. And the Public Safety Foundation and others went out and helped us get horses. And thankfully, we had gentlemen like this who were willing to take up the charge to be a part of the mounted unit. Give them another round of applause.
Thank you, thank you.
Officer Steen, tell us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis. We don't always see the horse.
You don't always see the horse, but we do try to ride. We do try to ride every day. We start off our day grooming the horse. That's about 45 minutes to an hour. Doing the hooves, making sure the coat's good. We got to clean up after them. We go get dressed, and we try to hit the streets by 8:30. We start at 7. That's the day shift. Patrol downtown, we do Corktown, Eastern Market, Midtown. Mainly we focus on is crowd control. But being a mounted officer, you are able to really interact with the public because it's a lot, I want to say, gentler. People want to interact with you. They want to ask you about the horse. It's just a way of reaching out. Good way of having a community policing thing going on. So
even though the horse is gentler in terms of community relations,
yes,
it also provides a little bit more stern enforcement when necessary as well. Talk about it.
It does, as far as the crowd control. The thing is, they say one good mounted officer is worth 15 police officers on foot. So you can move a crowd with that horse. So what got you interested in this? Because I know when you join the police department, you don't get an opportunity to say, I want to go to this unit or that unit. You're right on patrol, right? Yep. On patrol. On patrol. And had you ever ridden a horse before? Nope. Not before. Nope, not at all. Okay. Never ridden a horse before. So it's not like, one of them Texas Rangers. No, I'm a city boy. Yeah. City boy, you said. So, first time riding a horse. Why mounted unit? Out of all the different units, what attracted you to the mounted unit? You know what? I seen these two older gentlemen. I'm being politically correct. They were older, and they had the leather coats on and boots and helmets on. Excuse me. And it was just the sharpest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I want to do that one day. And I got my chance. So Yeah, you holding up because you're sharp, brother.
Thank you.
So what? How far into your career was that?
That was probably like my third or fourth year, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty early in your career.
So I got trained, but I wasn't actually in the unit at that time, but I got trained. I was at the 7th Precinct. From the 7th Precinct, I went to Gang Squad. From Gang Squad, I went to the B&E Task Force, which turned into...
the real police.
Oh, yeah, I'm the police.
Okay.
Turned into Headquarters Surveillance. And from Headquarters Surveillance, I went to Gang Intelligence. And from Gang Intelligence, I'm now here at Mounted.
Wow. So that's a lot of real heavy places. I mean, again, you started on patrol where?
Number 7.
Okay, so number 7. So you're talking about a whole bunch of different specialties that this gentleman has been able to hone into. Being mounted, though, what are some of the things? And I know you said that it's gentle. The horse can be gentle, but also you have to use it when you use it. When you see a horse, the one thing, what is it that you want people to know? If you're in a crowd, whether you're the person who's causing the ruckus or not, what should you do when you see that horse? How should you react?
Stay away from the butt. Nothing good comes out the butt. So stay away from that area. You don't want to get kicked. Other things come out of that area. But I mean, you're seen. The first thing, you are seen. People see you before they see anything else, because you're way up there on that horse and that big animal. So you're visible and you're immediately seen by the public, whether good, bad, or whatever. So
but if you are, let's say somebody does come up and stroke the horse in the hind parts.
Right.
What typically is the reaction from the horse? I mean,
typically they don't. Most of our horses do not kick, but they can. I mean, they have a brain of their own. So we just direct them kindly to not back there, up front, on the neck or the shoulder. So they'll come up front usually. Sometimes you'll get somebody that'll try to be slick and smack the horse on his butt, and thank God they don't get kicked. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the reason I asked that question, because some people think that's funny.
They think it's cute. They think it's funny, but
and so since we're on that part of the horse.
Right.
The hind parts.
Yes.
The other part that I know that takes some adjusting is the smell once the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get used to it. I mean,
how
you're
long
around
does it take for you to get used to that smell? Because again, city boy, right?
Yeah, and you know what? It didn't take that long. I mean, because you're constantly doing so many things to get ready for your day, and especially in training, that's usually when you get used to it. And they're working you in training. They're really overworking you. And a lot of fear things going on. You don't want to fall off. You want to get it right. You just want to be good at it. So you're not thinking about the smell so much. So later on, after you have to pick up so many piles of it, you're just used to it. So.
But I heard and I don't mean to stick to this part, but I heard there's a bag that's used at some point as well. Is that
a bag for catching that?
Yeah, that's what
we don't use the bag, but some more like carriage horses, they do use a bag. Okay. We do not necessarily use a bag, but we do clean up after ourselves in certain areas.
Okay.
Yes.
And how many horses do we have?
We have 6 right now.
6, and what type of horses are they? What type of training do they go through?
Currently, we're trying to stay with the Percheron breed. My horse currently that I have right now is a Belgium crossed with a quarter, also a large breed. We used to go with quarter horses. They were smaller, but they would come up lame a lot, sore backs because they were smaller. Working all day, somebody riding on your back all day, you'd be sore. But these are bigger. They can take a lot more, and they don't come up lame.
So a horse is not a horse.
Of course, of course.
He called. I like that. That's what's up. So we want to make sure we get a chance for folks to ask you a few questions as well. And anyone have any questions for Officer Steen? Aaron?
Do you think they'll be bringing these units out into the communities?
Yeah, how often do they come into the general neighborhood?
Not a whole lot. It's not really practical as far as like policing in the neighborhood, but community policing, it would be good for. But it's not real practical in the neighborhood so much.
Like for maybe our events?
An event, yeah. That would be good. We do events. You have to call in advance and they'll schedule it. If we have the manpower, we can do that.
So is there a phone number if someone wants to?
I do not right now have it readily available.
I told you she did some research.
So if you want to reach out to the Mounted Unit, you can call 341-2279. So it's 313-341-2279.
And again, that's for the request. There's no guarantee that it's going to be honored, but you can't get if you do not ask.
My question is, I often see a very large horse down at the Eastern Market,
Okay.
and I often wonder, do you have to worry about your weight? How big or how small do you have to be to mount one of these horses?
It used to be a weight thing, but right now we try to suit the rider with the bigger horse. We try to, you know, accommodate the horse.
Yeah, I see them, sometimes they're real nice size.
Yeah.
Then sometimes they're oversized.
Yeah.
And the horses are oversized
Yeah.
too. I often wonder, did that make a difference?
Yeah.
And the children down there, they just love them.
Yes, they do.
They get behind them, in front of them. And sometimes they even let the children get on the horse.
Well, not so much. I mean, they may like on the side somewhat, but not on. We don't want any incidents or anything. So.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. I don't know if she has anything behind you. Nope. Okay.
Officer Steen, I'm curious, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Is your horse considered to be an officer like the canine units are considered officers?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and do you mind me asking what the horse's name is?
Capone.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
So do you get to name the horse, or is it
Usually,
already there?
well, he was already named when I got him. He was named after Joe Abdullah, Sergeant Joe Abdullah. He passed away at the Mounted Barn, so they named the horse after him. I ended up getting him when I came over to the unit. So.
I'm also curious, are there any female officers in the Mounted Division at DPD?
Yes, we do. We do have one female
One
currently.
female. And lastly, I'm curious, where do you operate out of? Was it Belle Isle or is it another?
Not anymore. We're at Palmer Park.
Palmer Park?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
Really
you.
Appreciate you.
Thank
and
you.
what you do.
Okay, I also have a couple of questions for you. One, how long were you in training?
Training is 8 weeks, but you're still really not done training once you're done with training. Every day is a training day. You know, you may encounter something new every day. Excuse me. It's not. Oh, it was caught up on something. It's not. You know, you might encounter something new every day. You want to familiarize your horse with it because you know, you just want to. You don't want him to spook on everything. You just want to keep familiarizing your horse with everything. So every day's a training day.
Yeah, so I also was wondering about what is the horse's primary function? Like you said, it's used for crowd control.
Yes.
Have you ever had to use it? Like, I know you can't pursue anybody necessarily. I don't know. I mean, can you? That's scary.
We have used them in crowd control situations in Greektown. Every now and again, you know, people get a little bit out of line and we have to move a crowd a little bit. And your other question was pursuit.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily pursue, but we will try to catch up to the individual and help box him in.
Okay.
Does that help out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my last question is, how do you train a horse to deal with a crowd of people? Is there some type of simulation you do or some kind? Or?
They're pretty much following your cues, you know. You ride you cue the horse with your legs and your hands with the rein. So, you know, you're cueing him to go forward, or you're cueing him to move to the side pass, or just forward, or walk, trot, or canter. So he's just following your direction pretty much. It's not like I'm moving the crowd on my own. You're directing him what to do. So it's pretty much what you're telling him to do.
Have you ever had Capone just go horse on you?
Define horse on me, man. I don't know. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. You know, he's actually a good horse. He's a good horse. Every now and again, he gets a little wound up, but it's just a matter of knowing your horse and keeping him from hurting anybody else and having everybody kind of listen to what you're saying. So.
Any other horse riders in the room? Anyone ever? Okay. 8 weeks. Does that sound about right to kind of get this?
But you know, that's a rather intense horsemanship.
Yeah. You gotta know your horse.
Yep.
Your horse has to be able to relate with you.
Yep.
Another question?
Good afternoon, let me say thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your service.
Thank you so much.
I had a couple of questions. The first question is, what is the length of time that a horse works before they're in retirement?
Roughly around 20. Around 20 years. Yeah, around 20. I mean, they're not, you know what, we don't get them from 1 year old. So we may get them around, we got one horse and he's 9 years old. So hopefully we'll have him till he's 20. He's a great horse. So he may have a, what's that, 11-year span of just working on the police department. So, but they usually retire around 20 years old, somewhere around there. They live to be around early 30s, 35 maybe tops, but roughly around there.
That's marvelous. And my next and last question is, what can we do as citizens? I would love to see that department grow again and be very permanent out here.
I would love to see it grow too. I don't make the calls, but I would love to see it grow. I'd love to see us have more officers, more horses.
But thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any more questions for Officer Steen? And we got two over here. And we're going to wrap up because we are approaching the 1 o'clock hour. We just thank you for being here and being so informative.
My pleasure.
Good afternoon. Thank you also for your service.
Thank you.
I was wondering, is there an opportunity for the Mountain Police to do any community outreach with there's one gentleman over by the Rouge River Park that has a horse school.
Okay.
Is there opportunities for you guys to reach out to and work with organizations like that to allow inner city kids to experience horse riding?
Probably, I don't want to say no altogether, but we're so short and we're requested. We only have 6 horses, and I think we got like 7 officers. So we're short on horses, and we're trying to fit everybody in, and people are requesting it. So it's probably not likely, but you know, we get in where we fit in, but best we can.
What about the guy on 7 Mile with the horses?
We're not gonna talk about that guy.
There is a group called Detroit Horsepower. You can go on their website and they work with inner city kids. And they are actually, they want to be over at the golf course, Rogel. But right now I think they're in Brighton. But
Okay.
the kids go out there and work on the horses.
That's the race.
Right.
Over there. Aaron? Yep.
I just had a question. I know when my husband in the canine unit, citizens donated money for bulletproof vests for the dogs. Is there any equipment or things that the community of citizens could donate to help the mounted unit? Besides horses, which I don't have. Yeah.
Well, everybody's not really familiar with horses, so I don't know what they could donate. Citizens do bring like treats, apples and carrots and whatnot. But as far as horse equipment, that's not really something practical that every citizen knows about, like as far as grooming utensils or, you know, halters or bridle pieces or whatnot. So I don't know if they have something. I think we're welcome to take it.
Like general funds
Yeah.
toward mounted, that would be beneficial.
That would be beneficial as well. Yes, very much so.
I think that's our last question. One more time. Reg, you got the mic. You have the mic.
Oh, the horse is actually outside the trailer, and I didn't know if we had time
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got time if y'all got time. Yep.
to bring him down front so
Yep.
everybody can go out. And
So like in front of the refrigerator?
yeah.
So it's right by where your trailer is.
Yep, I'll bring him out. Everybody can meet him.
So when you guys leave here, you'll have an opportunity to go out and meet.
Come home. All right, again, we want to thank you. Tanisha, do you have anything you want to provide before you wrap up? Yes or no? Yes? Yes. Okay, we're going to come to you. I want to make sure because I was going to wrap up if not. So what we're going to do is thank Officer Steen for being here. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to add? Oh, yes, okay. Is there anything else you want to add before you leave? Is there anything else you want to tell the community, either about public safety, about, you name it, the horse?
Not so much. Nothing's coming to mind, but I thank you for having me. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
But we appreciate you as well. Officer Steen, ladies and gentlemen. Mountain Unit.
Well, he said a double didn't actually ride him.
He is. Is he hungry or he's always like that?
Yeah. Is there something I can munch on in there? Yeah. He's like, I smell something good in there.
Up in the morning and the whole
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!